just doesn't want to work.
Oh, there it goes. Oh, look at that. Now it's working. Oh, cool. I'm so glad we're on terms here with everything. I'm a little late. A minute late. 2 minutes late, maybe. Start this podcast up. Number 13. 13 podcasts. That's unreal. That is literally unreal. To do three podcasts in a row. I might have to get off Skype so y'all won't hear that doink every, I don't know how active it'll be. But welcome to podcast number 13. How is everybody doing? I hope y'all doing well. I hope you like the reunify for the week that we just did. I hope you really enjoy that. Remember me saying yesterday that I was going to talk about on my podcast? Do y'all remember? It's the state of play. I watched it. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't actually. I don't know how I feel about it because it showed off Ratchet and Clank ripped apart. Cool beans, cool. It looks fantastic. I'm not even gonna lie. That's probably the only reason anybody should get a PS5 is because of that game. That game looks beautiful. It could be, honestly, if we're gonna be really honest here, this could be the best Ratchet and Clank game in the series. It can even be better than Going Commando or Up Your Arsenal, which those were the prime Ratchet and Clank games. So this could be the best one that they had in a while. Not saying the PS3 one was bad, Into the Future and all that stuff. Not saying that was bad. It barely had any Ratchet and Clank games for the PS4, and this one is just flipping amazing. And then you have Among Us. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone at least knows how I feel about that game. I'm pretty sure everyone knows why I hate that game. I will forever hate that game. And then it showed off the Subnautic game that I wanted to get me and my girl to play, and apparently it's coming out in May. For PlayStation, I don't know for the Switch version of the game. But that's pretty much all they showed was just one Ratchet and Clank game and two indie games. My closet doors are open. Y'all see that? Y'all like that? I hope y'all enjoy that while it lasts because it's going to start closing in future videos. Or I could just put my head right here so y'all can't even see it. Good luck. But the state of play, I just wish I don't know what the right word is. Like I know they're trying to be like Nintendo Direct, which Nintendo Direct are usually amazing. They usually have all kinds of directs even. You have the main Direct, you have the Direct Mini, Direct Partnership, what was the Indie World. You have all these types of directs, and then you just have like one state of play. This could be like a Ratchet and Clank direct. I mean Ratchet and Clank state of play, because they showed off like I don't know like 30 minutes. Well, the thing's only for like 30 minutes, but for like 16 minutes of that game. And like I said, it is awesome. If you have not watched it, I could probably just stream it right here. It is freaking awesome. I am not gonna lie to you. Not even going to lie. But I do have to say though, it's just I cannot put my finger on it. Put my finger on it. It felt really empty. Because usually state of play, you don't know what you're going into. And you don't know what type of state of play it is. So it's just, I don't know. It was crap. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that it's not. It was kind of crap. It kind of sucked. It sucks. That's probably the right. That's probably the right thing to say. It sucks. It just sucks. It just. Um. I feel like they had better state of place than this. That could be me. But I don't know. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It is pretty ridiculous. But speaking of games, we have May coming up, which I don't know what's in May. I don't know what's coming out in May. Do you know what's coming out in May? Oh yeah, Resident Evil 7. Yeah. I'm honestly really looking forward to that. And since honestly if we want to think about it real quick, right? If we want to, take a step back, a breather. Um it is honestly going I'm probably going to stream it. And it's probably going to be the first game that I come back on my personal stream. It won't be streamed on here. Obviously, it will not be streamed on the New Light Ministry account. It'll be streamed on my account, Hylian Hufflepuff's account. So, but with the games that's coming out for the month of May is kind of dead. I don't know. I don't know the best way to. I mean, you have Metopia, which, and oh yeah, Tensei 3 Nitro HD Remaster. That's May 25th. I might actually pick that up. Other than that, there's nothing. There's like literally nothing. And in June you have E3, which Nintendo's going to hit out of a ballpark. Like I'm already predicting this right now. Nintendo's going to throw out a ballpark. We're gonna have. This could be. I don't know. Nintendo has a pretty good record on E3, so I don't know if I want to say this could be the best E3 for Nintendo. I don't know if I want to completely say that. I mean, I could. Don't get me wrong, I could, but I don't know because, like, think about it. They haven't done much for Zelda 35th anniversary yet. The only thing that we know as of right now is that there's Breath of the Wild 2 that's still being worked on. You have Skyward Sword that's supposed to be coming out in, I think, July. Could be wrong. Let me look real quick. I believe it's July. I could be really, really freaking wrong. It's somewhere in the summer, right? Give me a minute. Where's that freaking game coming out? July the 16th. And that's all we know for Zelda 35th, if you really want to think about it, for the future of games. And for the E3, I know I talked about it a lot because I'm really looking forward to it. I am really, really, really looking forward to E3 this year. Like they're gonna, and I'm hoping that they make a big comeback. And apparently, Konami is gonna be in E3 this year. Yeah, for any gamers or 90 gamers are aware of Konami's track record. Yeah, I said Konami. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna pull. I don't know what their dreams they have, but I don't know if I should have hopes for them either. Just now thinking about it. I mean, I could turn this whole podcast into the history of Konami. I mean, I could. For anyone that doesn't know what happened to Konami. I mean, I could. It's a possibility that I could. But I don't know. I don't know. Should I? I don't know. Like, I'm shocked. That's all I can say. I'm completely shocked. Um, I'm thinking it may be time to move off of this topic, so I won't be repeating myself from another podcast. Because I'm kind of right now nothing's really happening, so I don't know what big things I could say. Um, because like no one's here, no one's talking, no one's in the vent room. It's just me and me. Usually you have two people on podcasts, but it's just me. Um, it is literally just me.
I'm here.
Oh, and my girlfriend, but she doesn't know what to say either.
What?
So we're both clueless. But we're gonna try to switch it up and not talk about games that much, or try to not. I know that's my field, but at times I'm already repeating it because I talked about I remember talking about the 35th anniversary in another podcast. I talked about E3 making a big comeback in another podcast, so it's kind of pointless and repetitive. So we can talk about stuff. Yeah, stuff. Like stuff. Who doesn't like stuff? Uh, on a serious note, if we want to not repeat ourselves, let me go back into. I'm gonna see what podcast I did. I don't even remember what podcast I did. Okay, I did one on that. Did one on that. Did one on that. Did one on that. Did. I mean, I could talk about the state of play, but there's nothing really to talk about. I mean, I kind of already said all that I said. I probably should have saved it for a reaction. That would probably be best. Because most of the time I was like either doing this or doing like this. So, something like that. But but I think we have done the last thing that was about games was number 10, and that was a redo podcast. Um, you know what? We can talk about we can actually talk about summertime. Are you ready for the summer? Are you ready to have a good time? I'm gonna get a copyright strike. Na 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 na. Yeah, summer's coming. Ain't that exciting? Ain't that exciting when the degrees started to go over 100 degrees? That's exciting. No, it's not. It's not. But yeah, summer's coming. So hopefully y'all have big plans for this summer besides E3. Um, hopefully. I might. I know I said I was going to stop talking about E3, but I might actually do a reaction, like a live reaction, um, of E3, so that you can actually see my face. I don't know if I want to do it on the New Light Ministry or on my own thing. I don't know yet. I will definitely think about that. But I think that will be pretty fun. To do a live reaction. I didn't do a live reaction to State of Play because I had Reunify at that time. So, I could have just saved it as well for this, but for people that could be just listening in, could be just listening to game sounds, and I don't know how that will be. I feel like that might sound like you don't even know what's going on. Like you're just listening to like a random game that's going on, and you'd be like, what the frick is going on over here? Like, what am I listening to? What game is this? Be like, it's a game. But but yeah, summer. I'm gonna be taking the summer course myself. To get into grad school to know a little bit about me. Um, that's what I'm hoping to do. That's what I'm hoping to do. I'm still having trying to have my stuff set up in the fall, so that's gonna be consisting of my summer is this class. You know, um, I want to get back into my regular streaming. That's another thing that I wanted to do. Um, because more than likely, I wanted to get into this tournament, and it's a Link to the Past randomizer tournament. And I was practicing, playing so many seeds, so many different randomizer features. But I don't know if that's going to happen. It was something that I would like to do. Other than that, I would like to catch up with gaming. Because I have not. I want to be honest here. I haven't been playing games that much. I know, sad. I sit here and talk about games almost every podcast, and yet I barely have time to play games. Oh man, because I'm either doing schoolwork or ministry work. Like I'm either doing something for school, something that's due. Finals are coming, so that's probably going to take up a good bit of time. And then I do ministry work. It may not seem like a lot of ministry work. I feel like it's more schoolwork than ministry work right now. Because it's just the only thing that's it's just may seem like it's overwork. It's just me doing all these events that are hosted here. Um, but that's another thing I wanna like if you haven't seen Reunified for yesterday, go watch that after this or whenever you want to. I showed off every of my Switch game, and I would like to honestly to go back and to play some of these Switch games that I have not played because I list some yesterday. And I'm not gonna say now because I want y'all to be able to watch it. So you can see my collection. But there's games I have not played that I would like to play and see how they are. Um, so it's just that I want to be able to catch up with that. I want to catch up with games that I bought on my PC as well at the same time. That's another thing that I would like to do. For my summer. I'm talking about my summer experience. What my summer 2021 will be, because hopefully COVID will blow over. But not only that, I'm hoping to start up another book project. Yes. I was thinking of doing Mentally Unbalanced too. My girlfriend read about 7 chapters. Babe, do you want to say anything about the 7 chapters? Babe, babe. Well, well, it's just me. I don't know where she went. Amanda. I don't know. I don't know. But she read 7 chapters, and she seems to really enjoy it. She seems to really like the book so far. She really does. But it seems like some people want me to start instead of working on a sequel, to work on the Pixar fan fiction, which means I would have to binge watch every Pixar movie, including the new one that's coming out in a few months. I want to be able to include every Pixar movie, every single one of them, and put it into like a Kingdom Hearts thing. That's what I would like to do. Because you know how Kingdom Hearts is with the Keyblade War. I'm not going to do all that. I want to actually kind of take it into a different direction. I'm not going to go into it, but that's a project that I would like to start in the summer. To speak on them. Um, Another one of my projects is actually finishing my Mario Maker 2 world. Um, I wanted to actually try to. I think I'm at least halfway there. I think I got world 1, 2, 3, and 4 done. It's just the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. So I'm halfway done. If I can finish it in the summer, that will be cool. That is something that I would like to do. But other than my summer projects, I think that's about it. Oh, I almost forgot. My girl also wanted me to go to a church camp with her. I'm not gonna say a name, but she said that it will be fun and that I will be having a blast of whatever I'm doing over there. I guess that's probably the right term to say. Whatever I do over there, whatever it may be. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah. So, that's probably my summer experience that I'm probably gonna have. Hopefully, you'll have a better summer. Hopefully, you'll be a good summer. I just want to talk about summer because it's literally here. Not here, but it's coming. It's here. It is here. I mean, look, the birds are chirping. I almost said twerking. Can you imagine a bird twerking? Like you're just looking out the window and you're just sitting on a bench, and you just see these beautiful birds, or maybe even eagles, just sitting there flying past you, and you're, and then all of a sudden a bird starts twerking in front of you. I wonder. That would be wrong. That feels messed up. I'm sitting here talking about birds twerking on the podcast. Because I meant to say birds are chirping, not. And I actually said twerk. Oh, I can hear it from my girlfriend. You're such a dork. If she was here right now, she'd be like, "You're such a dork." Uh, but but yeah, summer. You know, hopefully you'll have a good summer. Um, I'm on, like I said, I already told you what my plans are. For the summer. Um, I'm also running out of podcast topics. I want to say that right now as well. I'm slowly running off of topics right now to talk about and not trying to repeat myself. So I'm gonna say it again because I really would like for y'all to watch the podcast and actually have something that maybe you want to talk about. You know, and it could be about anything. Trust me, anything. As long as it's appropriate. So, you can submit your topic, you know, to me. You can be part of the VC room right now. Like right now, I'm the only one that's in it. I'm in the event room, so you can actually come on, you know. Or if you want to be in the Twitch chat, you know, whatever is comfortable to you. You know, I had to redo a podcast because of issues rised up with that, actually. But the thing is that these topics can range from anything to anything. And I don't know what specific topic you would like to hear me say, besides sitting here talking about video games, and more video games. Because I feel like some of y'all may get tired of just hearing about it almost every podcast and may just want me to talk about something else. You know, besides video games. Because I like to keep up with the video game market, and I also would like to let y'all guys know, even though I run a ministry, here at TNL. So, um, yeah, I legit don't got anything to say. I legit don't have anything to say. Babe, she's not my hair.
Yes.
Oh, she is here.
Sorry. Mom
Oh,
was talking to me.
okay. Do you have any topic? Anything you want to talk about? Anything?
Um,
And I don't even know if they could really hear you either through the Twitch. Sit here on my phone.
well, you can just repeat what I say or whatever.
Yeah, I could.
I'm trying to think. I can't think of anything since there's not, like, I have, like, I could ask questions, but there's nobody listening, so that would be
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
No, hold on, I gotta stop the cat fight.
Okay. But yeah. Submit your topic because I'm clearly out of topics. That was the reason why last podcast number 12. If you go and actually watch that, it's uploaded on YouTube. That's the reason why it was a little short because I'm kind of running out of topics. I don't want to hear and sound like a repeater when I already said it in this podcast. Why do I need to say it again in this podcast? I already said it over there. You know, it's kind of like with the sermons. It's gonna get harder and harder to do sermons. Um, with each topic that I do. So,
Babe, did you tell them there was a movie tonight?
no, there is a movie tonight. If you want to hop into our Discord, we are going to be watching Thor Ragnar, the third Thor film in the Marvel movie franchise. Now we are, like I said in the last podcast, we are currently watching Marvel, still. So we should be finishing up, and then we'll have a new movie series. And it's probably going to be Pixar. I know I spoiled it. So if you didn't hear me, then you may not know until we started. But if you're actually listening in, you kind of already know what it is. So yes, we'll be going through the Pixar movies. Because I'm already going to binge watch them, and I probably want to be able to watch them again just to make sure that I get enough details for my fan fiction project. So, the Pixar movies ain't going to start until like June or July. When we finish up the Marvel franchise. Because, like I said, in last podcast, I don't know if I want to continue on showing the shows that's on Disney Plus.
I'll be right back. I'm getting a call.
Okay, I don't know if I want to show the WandaVision or the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or just move on to talk about Pixar movies. And we could definitely start talking about Pixar right now. That leads into another topic. Pixar. Who loves Pixar? I love Pixar. We have a new movie that's coming out called Luca. And it's kind of weird. I'm not even gonna lie. Um, it's just it's like it kind of has the voice of Coco. If you ever watched that Pixar movie, which was good. I'm not gonna say that's wrong or not, but that was a good movie. But the Luca one, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, if I understand correctly, they couldn't be seen as fish, or they're gonna be, something's gonna happen to him, like it's their secret. You know, so I don't know, like, how that's gonna be. So far, it looks cool. I'm not gonna lie, it looks cool. I seem to, you know, I seem to like it so far. Like, I'm intrigued with every Pixar movie that comes out. You know, I love Pixar, half to death, love them. Um, and that's supposed to be the next one. And apparently, if you want to switch to next year, it's supposed to be called Lightyear. This is rumored, Lightyear, and the only thing that I can connect to is Buzz Lightyear. So if he's getting like a movie reboot or something, I don't know. Or maybe since it's not Toy Story, maybe it's like, I don't know. Since Toy Story 4 kind of ended differently, I guess. Um, Honestly, if you would like to hear me and not like maybe not bash me in the head when I say this, hopefully not bash me in the head when I say this. But let me put her back on speaker. Also, there's one before I do that, but there's one leak called Turning Red, and I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I don't know, like, turning red. I don't know what that really. I don't know what that really means. I honestly don't even know what that means. Turning red. That's supposed to be a leaked title. What is it? I don't know. But and like I said, do not bash my face when I start to say this. I'm gonna go through the list of my least favorite Pixar movies to my favorite. Now, I love all of these Pixar movies. Okay, I love every single one of them in my heart, and it was this list. It was difficult, even for me to put, because these are some really good movies. I love every single one of them. They hold dear in my heart, except for Cars 2, which is trash. And you probably already expect that. That's at the bottom of the list. I'm pretty sure that's everybody's at the bottom of the list. What's your least Pixar movie? Cars 2. What's your least Pixar movie? Cars 2. Like, not even Cars 3. Cars 2. Cars freaking 2. And then, next one, I will have to say Cars 3. I won't be honest. Like I said, I love every Pixar movie from the bottom of my heart, but I just could not. I just can't be fully behind the Cars franchise. I did enjoy watching them. 1, 2, and 3. I won't be honest, even though I don't like 2 that much. It's just like, I don't know. It's just that I just don't really like it. Like, Cars 3 tried to improve a bit over Cars 2, but it just kind of, like, the first teaser, when Cars 3 showed, it looked like it was going to be like a horror movie. I'm not going to lie. Because you see Lightning McQueen, this was in the teaser, all you see was Lightning McQueen flipping and tossing as it looked dark. And it was playing this searing music. And this is going to be like, is this like a dark Cars movie? I was honestly getting excited for it. You know, usually I don't get excited for a Cars movie. Never. But when I saw that teaser, I was like, this could be the best Cars movie. This could be the best movie. You know. Watched it, and it felt more like Cars 2, but there was a little bit of improvement. There wasn't those gadgets and those stupid things. Those were out of the park, gone, forever, move on. You know, but other than that, it just wasn't a great film. to be honest. But like I said, I love all these movies, but I'm going to also go into why I don't like it. This next movie, I'm probably going to say this for the newer movies, the later movies. I was looking forward to this movie. With Tom Holland and the dude that plays the Guardian of the Galaxy, I'm forgetting his name off the top of my head, playing these two boys looking for their father. I honestly thought this would be a cool movie. I'd be like, hey, this is Spider-Man and Star-Lord looking for their father. I mean, I thought it would be hilarious and good, and it is. But for the rest of the Pixar, like if I look at all the Pixar movies, it's not as great as you think it would be. It's like it has its moments, it has its scenes that I love. But other than that, it just I don't know. I don't know how to describe that. Next one is Monstrous University. Monster Inc. is 10 times better than University. I'm sorry if people think University is better than Inc. I'm sorry, but University, it just, like them going through the games and stuff, and like that, and you don't get to see those characters in Monster Inc. You know, that group that they were in, the house that they had to compete with the games. You don't see those characters in Monster Inc., unfortunately. You know, you see Randall, and I love the character development of why he's evil. You know, you get to see, you know, why he hates Sully that much. You know, in Monster Inc., you don't even get that much, but in Monster University, you get at least a story behind that. And there's been rumors of Monster Inc. 2, and I'm all behind that. Because I'm thinking of Sully and Mike going and finding Boo. Because the last of that movie, the last scene of Monster Inc. movie, even though we're talking about Monster Inc. and not University, he opens the door. And she says Kitty, and he's like, Boo. But what if she's grown up and stuff like that? Like that is something that I would honestly like to see. Monster Inc. 2. If you're hearing me, Pixar, do it. Do it. But for Monster University, it did have its moments. I do like the professor, not the professor, the one that's ahead of all of it. I've forgotten her name. At the top of my head. But it was okay. Next movie on my list is Good Dinosaur. Visual-wise, it looks amazing. The water, the mountains, like, it looks... This was probably, I would say this, if we were doing the best looking Pixar movies, Good Dinosaur will probably be at the top. But the storyline sucks. This is where it's at. It has its visuals. It looks good. The storyline is like complete trash. Like, I was thinking, at first, I was like thinking that, you know, all of a sudden, like, they were struggling like Land Before Time. Which that was a good movie. I would probably say that movie is 10 times better than Good Dinosaur. Probably not better looking than Good Dinosaur, but better story than Good Dinosaur. But you have him, the main character, he gets lost and then finds this little kid, and they're trying to go back home. It's just, it felt boring and dry. I mean, it's like having a good game. Graphics look amazing, but the storyline is like complete dog crap. That's kind of how this movie felt. You know, I do like it visualized. I don't mind watching these movies again. Like I said, we are going to do these Pixar movies, after Marvel movies, but yeah. This next movie, there was a teaser for this movie, and it looked like it was going to be Hunger Games by Pixar. That was brave. It looked like this is going to be the Hunger Games. Because you saw Merida's just shooting the bow going. I'm like, holy crap, I gotta see this movie. And it wasn't anything I expected. Like, you have her fall in the woods and with her mom turn into a bear. I mean, I feel like it would be a better movie if it was The Hunger Games. Like, probably the best scene is where she said, sit her flag, said, like, I'm Merida, and I'm gonna fight for my own. And she's like, curse this dress, and she's gonna sit there, boom, boom, doing it. And her mom was getting furious, angry. Like, that's probably the best scene out of the whole movie. That is probably the best scene out of the whole movie. But I got disappointed. It went into a different direction than what I was hoping it was going to be from a teaser, like with Cars 3. You know, it took it to another direction. So, that's brave. And then I want to finish off this franchise, Cars. Cars 1. I do like the story. I do like this, like McQueen. All he cares about is racing. You know, it started off good until you hit Cars 2. So like, yeah, Pisty Cup, and now it's like gadgets and spy cars. Like, how do you go from that to this? That to this. But Cars 1 is, like, I watched it when I was, probably not little. I think it came out, like, in 2006. And, I remember watching it over and over and over, when I was little. I guess I was just fascinated about cars. Like, cars in general, not the movie Cars. But, yeah. That's probably why it's there. Next on the list is Bugs Life. This movie is great. Love this movie. This is where the movies start to get difficult in the list because all of them are amazing. Bugs Life is just a classic film. It is classic. Very rewatchable, very funny. Good movie. It's just that I feel like there's better movies. And then the next one is Finding Dory. The ending just kills it. The ending sucks. Like, it was doing good. It was a good movie, Dora, because that she's forgetful, and stuff like that. And it sounded like a pretty good movie to go find her family. But her driving a freaking truck? No. No, like, nah. Nah. Nah, that's like the most stupidest thing. It's like you're going from Cars 1 to Cars 2 level. Like, you're hitting there. That's why that movie is low on my list, because of that reason. It's a great movie. Rewatchable. You can just skip that scene and you don't even have to watch that scene. That's like no. And then not only that, that's not the only scene. Remember the scene where Nemo and his dad sitting there like hopping all over the park or the thing trying to find Dory? That was stupid. Finding Nemo was way much better. It seems like almost every time I speak the original, it's like 10 times better than the sequel or prequel. Next on the list is Monsters, Inc. And I already talked about it. Pixar, if you ever hear me, do the sequel. I want to see Boo. I want to see Boo. I want to see Boo. I want to see my Sully come back. Bring him back. Bring him back. Please. The next on my list, and the reason it's low because it was a long wait for the sequel of this movie. The only thing you can ever get was the game The Incredibles: Rise of the Underminer. And the sequel, the movie, the game are like completely different. I'm not gonna say The Incredibles 2 is wrong. I love Jack trying to evolve his powers. Like it was funny. It was funny. It was hysterical. I honestly, like I said, all these movies are rewatchable. Um, Next on the list is Coco. These movies I gotta mention Coco and Cars 3. They honestly both came out the same year, and I was more interested in Cars 3 than Coco because of that teaser alone of Cars 3. And Coco was like, like this was And then when I finally watched it, I was like, holy crap, this is a good movie. This is like 10 times better than Cars 3. What was wrong with me? Doing. But I love it when it takes it into like afterlife. Like with Soul, Inside Out, like taking it from like another perspective. I honestly love that. And Coco is like no exception to that. It like it's Miguel, all of a sudden he pick up a guitar and all of a sudden goes into the afterlife. And then he needs a peace offering or something from his dad. And he thought the king was his dad, but it wasn't. It was someone else that was helping him along the journey. Not trying to spoil anything. But it's a very great movie. Then this next movie, I thought this would be way higher. I was so forward looking into this movie, and it changed my list a few times. This movie actually changed a few times, and that's Soul, the latest Pixar movie. Go watch it if you have not seen it. Go watch it. I was thinking it was gonna be like better than Inside Out. Like I was thinking, I was getting some Inside Out vibes when I was watching this. Like even though it's not talking about emotions, it was talking more about afterlife. You know, and you have the singer in 22. I would love to hear more about 22, like after the movie. That would be honestly really cool, Pixar. Just saying.
Oh hi,
But
bruh.
yeah. Hello.
Oh hi.
Hi, Emmanuel. I'm
How's it
just sitting
going?
here talking about my Pixar movies for the podcast.
Oh, you're doing a podcast?
Yeah, I posted in. That's why you're in the fit room, my dude.
Oh, okay. I just
So everything that you're saying right now, it's picking up. So I hope that you're okay with that because it's
yeah.
being live streamed and will be uploaded onto YouTube.
Okay, sorry, my guy. I didn't know.
You're fine. I'm just saying if you're comfortable with that.
Oh, absolutely, man.
All right,
Sure.
cool. Just making sure. Do you like
Yeah,
Pixar?
Pixar.
Yeah, Pixar.
Oh, like the movie?
Yeah, like the movies.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I've got it's been a while, but I know some. Sure.
Well, I've been going through my least favorite to my greatest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of miss on almost half of the list.
Okay, all right. I'm in for like I'll see which part of the list are we on? The better half or the worst?
The better half. Well, all of them are good. It's just when you get to like number 15 or 16 for me, because there's a total of, I have to count this again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. There's 24 Pixar movies.
Yeah, that's quite a. I can say I haven't seen all of those, but I've seen a few.
Oh, well, I was just talking about Soul, the
Oh,
latest one that came out.
yeah.
Yeah, that's my number 11.
You're right.
So we're already in number 10. If you want to say anything about the Pixar to people out there that's listening on the podcast.
Hmm.
Let's continue the list. This movie was not. I'm saying this right now before I mention the name. This movie was not needed. It wasn't really necessary. Good movie. It was just completely unnecessary. Toy Story 4. It was completely unnecessary. And then I would hate if they do Toy Story 5. You're gonna milk the franchise to death. Like, Toy Story 4, I'm saying this, it's not a bad movie. It's rewatchable. I love Forky. But it was just not an Anita movie. You have Toy Story 3 that ended off with a good conclusion, and then you went from that to this. You went from this to a sport. I don't even have anything else to say about that. That's why it's 10. Number 9. A lot of people will probably put this movie higher. And that's Up. The opening scene will always get to me. Always, always, always. Of her dying and having that scene of their relationship. Like, that scene kills me every time. It does. But you know what you gotta say? You gotta go, squirrel! That's what you gotta do. Ain't that right? Squirrel! Hey look, squirrel! But it was a good movie, very rewatchable, really good. This movie, people's gonna kill me for this. And it's Toy Story 2. I honestly did not like it that much. Is it better than 4? Yes. Hopefully we can maybe agree to that level. Maybe. It's just that like 4 went off into another direction. Same with 2. Keep that in mind. Like you have Woody, all of a sudden getting kidnapped and taken to this hotel on the toppest floor. I don't know how many floors there were. I don't remember. If you ask me, I don't remember. But and meeting all these characters, like Toy Story 3 wouldn't be great if we didn't meet those characters in Toy Story 2. Like to be honest, meeting them for the first time, it was just breathtaking. Except the dude in the box. He sucked. I'm forgetting his name right off the bat, but he sucked. As a film, as the villain was
kind of guy.
Yeah, when he was in the box saying like he was the cowgirl was saying like he's meant to be in the box, never to be open.
Oh yeah. Wasn't that like some sort of like?
I'm forgetting his name.
It wasn't it. It felt like for me like it was a jab towards like conservatism, like like it's gonna be kept like perfectly like the way it used to be, like we cannot touch the old perfect box of old white guy.
Old white guy, got it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just a theory of mine.
The next movie on the list, you can shoot me down when I'm about to say. This is the greatest villain of probably of all the Pixar movies. This is probably the greatest villain, Syndrome. He actually had a plan. He was actually wise. And if y'all don't know the movie because of the name, Incredibles 1. Like, I love the villain in that movie. That villain was the point for me in the Incredibles. I wish there were more of them kind of building up the powers, like with Jack Jack. Like I said when I was talking about the sequel, sitting there, when Jack Jack falls into his powers and stuff like that. I wish there was more of that because you see that in Marvel movies. You see the origin, but you don't see them. You just see them. All right, they already have the powers. They're off to do incredible things. That's why it's called the Incredibles. Because they do incredible things. Number 6. Yes, I do remember the number if you ask. Finding Nemo. Classic. Love it. I love the whale sitting there, Dory trying to speak whale. That scene is probably the perfect scene. I might change my mind, but that's probably the best scene out of the whole movie. Going, whoa! I don't know how to do that. What are you gonna say, babe?
That should be higher up.
Hi, she said it's higher up, but for me it's number 6. She has a different list than mine, guys and girls that are listening in. But like I probably would say that's probably the best scene out of the whole movie. Is that or Dara? If anybody remembers sitting there saying like "Twinkle, twinkle, little thing," and just keep poking the starfish, going, "What's happening? What's happening?" It's very watchable, very good. It's just that there are better movies than that, in my humble opinion. So respect my Pixar opinion. Yeah. Number 5, Toy Story 3. Great ending, great conclusion, great movie, great villain. I wish I could hug the villain. I'm not gonna lie. If I had a purple fuzzy bear that's like Lotso, I would definitely hug it. If I actually have a Lotso, like if I had a Lotso right now, you'll see me just sitting there hugging it on the stream. If I have one, but I don't have one. Obviously, I don't have Lotso with me, unfortunately. He is a great villain. I'm not gonna lie. He's a great villain. I love Lotso to death. But obviously, Toy Story 1 is the best. I'm pretty sure all of us would probably agree. Number 4, Inside Out. This movie, I keep changing the list with this movie as well. This is another one of those movies. Who your friend you like to play? Who laughs and sings and shout hooray? Come on, everybody should know that song, right? Bing bong, bing bong. Oh man, like what can I say about Inside Out? Like it has its sad moments. It did. It honestly made me cry. Usually Pixar movies don't make me. Well, Up did. Um, but not anymore. But every time I watch Inside Out, that scene where Bing Bong just finished saying like, "Don't forget to tell Riley about me." I tend to always tear up on that part. I may not always tear up on the Up part of Ellie dying in Up, but that part just seeing Bing Bong ever traveling during the whole, like during a good bit of the movie, it's just, gosh, it's such a powerful scene. Number 3, Wally. I love this movie. I love it. I love when they were sitting there dancing and had this music, and it kind of was like a little kiss, even though it's like electric spark. And Wally's like, and just floats off into space, and Eva's just like, I would love to see a sequel to this movie. It was sad during the ending, though. It was. It was like the boot, the plant. Oh no, the boot. Gotta get the boot. I don't know. To me, it just seems funny. It's like, oh no, there goes the boot. Yeah, Wally.
Oh yeah.
It was a good movie, right?
Yeah. I liked it. It was like a cute. It was like both a simple like love story, and at the same time it still had like some. It kind of put you on the spot with like, yeah, you're just sitting by your computer and like this is kind of where humanity.
And remember before they went into the spaceship, Eve just kind of shut down and Wally got really sad.
Eesh.
Yeah, that was like some sad moments. He's like, please wake up, babe, don't go to sleep forever.
Yeah, I think what impressed me about that film is like because the main characters they don't speak.
No, they don't.
Except Eve, Wally doesn't speak.
I mean, they do say Wally and Eve, but that's probably about it.
Yeah, but somehow they still like make you feel emotions for the characters, even though you don't know. Like they make you understand what they say.
Yeah, yeah. But it's for number 3 for me. I don't know how high you put that on your list. If you have a Pixar list.
I'm gonna go. 3 sounds about right. Yeah, sure.
Alright, number 2. This is where I'm gonna die. This is where y'all probably gonna shoot me. Y'all probably gonna have y'all's pitchforks sharpened and everything. It is Toy Story. I know it's not number 1. I know, I'm aware of it. Please don't put your pitchfork up my rear end, please. I'm not saying that the movie is bad, but to me, I don't think it deserves my number 1 pick. It has some great lines. You know, I'm pretty sure we at least watched this movie probably numerous of times. Maybe even played the games numerous of times. It is such a classic, good film of Woody and Buzz. Their friendship throughout the whole entire movie. You know, and Buzz, you know, discovering himself. You know, saying, "You are a toy!" Like, that's probably the most famous lines from Toy Story. Like, there's so many good moments. But the reason it's not my number 1 because there is a better movie than Toy Story.
That is not the most famous line of that movie.
Alright, then what is?
To infinity and beyond.
Maybe, but I feel like you are a toy. Oh yeah, go off, you stupid space ranger.
I didn't hear what I said, so repeat what I said.
She said Infinity and Beyond is the best line, by the way. I don't know if you heard her.
Yeah, and I didn't. But yeah, I agree. I think that's the one I remember.
Alright, and then my number 1, if anybody could guess it, if anyone was going down the list and seeing what movies I have not checked off, and it's Ratatouille. Now, please, please, please listen to me when I say this. Even though it's my favorite Pixar of all time, I just love Remy. I love the rat trying to control a human. You know, it's just I don't know how to put that in words actually. Like you're sitting there trying to control something that you can't, and you're just a little tiny little rat inside of a head. I honestly would love to see a sequel to this. I would love to see Remy back because the last thing that you see was the movie ended when they were in a completely different restaurant. Like, and it was just like, hey, you know, come on. Get the tell him what's the best one out there. And to be honest, it is just a me. And to be honest, there is a terrible movie called the B Movie. Listen where I'm going with this. It's a bee trying to control a human just like a rat is trying to control a human. In different ways. B Movie sucks. Don't watch it. If you see it, burn it alive. If you can. Just don't watch it. It's not watchable. But Ratatouille, like, I love everything about that movie from start to finish. So that is my favorite Pixar movie. So Emmanuel, what do you think of what you heard from my Pixar list? Do you agree with it? Do you not agree with it? Do you hate it? Does it suck? I already know what my girl says about it.
What does she say?
She said the list sucks.
Oh man, that's hard. I thought it was pretty accurate. Like I'd say most of my favorites are there. I have an important question though.
Yes.
Have you ever eaten Ratatouille?
What did he say?
I have actually never eaten Ratatouille. I don't even know what that actually tastes like. Like, it looks kind of disgusting. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, the food is. Yeah, the food. Like, if you look at the food, like, if you just go to Google and just Google it, it looks disgusting. It looks really disgusting, right? I'm not in the wrong here. I mean, would you eat that? Would you eat a Ratatouille?
No, man, I haven't.
Yeah, it's fine because it's disgusting.
I mean, if it were good, I suppose they would serve it everywhere, but you don't see it. It's not
No,
like
you.
pizza, like can't escape pizza. Pizza is
Yeah,
everywhere.
you can't escape pizza, but Ratatouille, good luck on finding that, or even trying to make it. But it looks disgusting. It's just like you just want to puke all over it.
Who knows? It might be the best.
No, probably not for me. No, no, I can already say it. I can already say it right now. No. But there was one picture maybe that I left out, and that is Luca, by the way. And that's not out yet, so I can't put that on my list. Me and my girlfriend are actually going to plan on going to see it since she technically, I'm going to put that in quotes, technically has Disney Plus. Technically. It's not her Disney Plus, but she has friends that she begs for Disney Plus.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I wish I had Disney Plus. I don't know if I want to pay $8 a month. But Luca, if y'all want to go watch it, it will be available on Disney Plus, I believe, on July the 18th. I could be wrong. No, June the 18th. But Emmanuel, I would love to hear your list if you have one of the movies that you've seen so far.
Oh man, I would think like a top 3 maybe.
Okay, what's the top 3?
I would say. I would say on third place. I would put. What's the name? Toy Story.
Alright, babe, he puts 3 for Toy Story.
I think on second place.
Okay, second place.
Yeah, I think Toy Story is just because it was like it's just a well-rounded story. Like
it is, but I just don't think it deserves number 1 as people think it should be. That's my thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't like. I think it's a good movie and it's perfectly balanced and stuff, but it's. I don't know. It's not something that I like. It's not.
I mean, it's definitely rewatchable.
Yeah.
Which one?
Huh?
Which one?
Hey, we were just talking about Toy Story.
Yeah, the first.
Yeah, the first one. All right, what's your number 2?
My number 2, I would say. Man, it's a bit tricky, but I mean, it's tricky because there's so many like ones I've.
Yeah. That's why I said it's hard once you get to the top, or like 15. Like about 15 for me starts to get hard because all these Pixar movies are like really good. I just don't know where's the best place to put them.
Yeah, I know. I would say I think I would probably put Monsters Inc.
Oh, Monster Inc. That high on the list? Would you like to elaborate?
Man, I think maybe it's more of a personal bias or something, but I just like the idea of like the sort of turning something that's like dark and turning it into good, and the good actually working a lot better. I think there's a nice. I think that's a nice thing. Like instead of scaring children, they make them laugh and things like that.
Yeah, I would love to see it. And I said earlier, which I don't think you were here. I said I would love to see a sequel But I don't think I would put Monster Inc. that high. I don't know where it was on my list because I'm not looking at my list right now. But hey babe, he put Monster Inc. at number 2.
But I gotta say, like, I haven't seen all of these. I've seen maybe half of them.
I'm a Pixar fan, and I just decided let's just talk about it since I just mentioned movie night since we're still watching Marvel, and that's gonna be the next That's gonna be the next movie series that we're gonna be watching, and then I just went off on a tangent with Pixar.
Oh, nice, nice. Where can I find your channel, by the way?
Twitch. The link is in the announcements. For the Twitch. For the YouTube, if you scroll up a little bit in the announcements, you will see it.
Cool.
On April the 27th, you'll see a YouTube for the podcast, and that will lead you straight to my channel.
Okay. And thanks for... I didn't know I was jumping into a podcast. I just wanted to pop in and say hi. So.
Well, the podcast is not over yet if you want to stay for the rest of it.
Sure.
Sure, so what's your number 1? I am curious now.
Alright.
Toy Story, Monster Inc., and then what's the best Pixar movie?
Oh man, I think, and maybe it's Finding Nemo.
For real?
Yeah, I like that film, man.
I think you need to elaborate of why that should be number 1. That's what I think. I need to hear your input.
Alright. Okay, so have in mind, I haven't seen like a few of these. I've seen Cars, I've seen Incredibles, I've seen like almost all of these up until like a few years ago.
Well, I'm sure they're all on Disney Plus. I just don't know if I will pay $8 a month for it.
Yeah, I feel you.
But if you don't have Disney Plus and don't want to pay money, if you want to wait, we'll be doing all the Pixar movies here in TNL every Friday night.
All right.
So if you want to come watch some Pixar movies, or rewatch them if you already seen them.
Thank you.
But you need to elaborate your number. But you need to elaborate your number 1 pick. I think that's way too high.
Yeah. Okay. I need to justify my.
Yeah.
See. All right. So I'll tell you this. I think it's a nice sort of story where, first of all, like you have the kid rebelling like against his father, and like because of this he sort of goes on a on a long sort of adventure with a bunch of dangers and things that maybe he shouldn't have been exposed to, but he does. But like his father loves him so that he chases after him across the world, and along the way he still takes his time.
Yeah, how did that equal, or that bird said it? He blew up 3 sharks.
Yeah. He blew up three sharks, and like along the way you have the sort of one of the things that happens like, in Finding Nemo and Toy Story is that it sort of has this place where it's a story about animals or a story about toys, but they interact with like humans, where it's like the human touch in there as well. I don't know if I'll ever put
Finding Nemo over Toy Story. By the way, David, if you haven't figured it out, he put Finding Nemo as number 1.
I can watch that movie 1,000 times and never get tired of it.
At least we can all agree it's better than Finding Dory. That's something we can all agree on, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen it?
I've seen that's the follow-up, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Finding Dory. It came out, I think, I could be wrong my years, but 2014.
Yeah.
Sounds alright.
Wait, I'm right. I'm wrong. I'm completely wrong. 2016.
It was okay.
That was a date for me.
But
You hear me?
huh?
That was a date for me.
A date movie?
No, a date. I went on a date to watch that movie.
Oh, I don't think I went on any date watching Pixar movies. It's always been me. I remember none of my exes were interested in it. But yeah. Do you have anything you want to say about Pixar or anything, my dude?
Nah.
I want to know, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I want to know, for whoever that is you're talking to, does he like Disney?
She's asking, do you like Disney?
What does he think of Disney movies?
And what do you think of Disney movies?
Man, I don't know. I used to.
I would say this though. Live action sucks butt.
Yeah, that I agree with.
All right, I'm glad we agree with that one.
What?
Live action sucks butt.
But which one? All of them?
All of them, yes. Hey, would you agree? All of them sucks butt.
I can't mention one good one, so yeah, sure.
Yeah, I can't either.
Yes, they messed up Lion King.
Lion King sucks. They show no emotion. It's like, oh no, Mufasa died. Let's show no emotion.
Yeah. Like in the play, sort of disappeared. Like in the cartoon ones, it was like charming. It was like funny. It was
Yeah, it was
lively.
classic. All these movies are classic, but Disney is just ripping them one by one, two by two, and that's all they've been doing.
Yeah, let's wanna take a guess on which film will Disney ruin next? Any guesses?
The thing we could talk about this in our podcast, but I'm going to mention this here. Since I would kind of like to end this podcast now, since it's been a little long. I hope they do not do a live action of these three movies that I'm about to list, because I think that I don't think they were that popular to deserve a live action. Atlantis: The Lost Empire, Treasure Planet, and Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, good picks.
They better not make a live action of those movies, or they're gonna die in pain. Especially Lilo and Stitch. That is my movie. That is my movie.
Did you ever play the video game?
Oh yes, the PS1 one. Yeah, it was Paradise, Trouble in Paradise. That one, it wasn't that bad as people say it is. I honestly enjoyed it.
Yeah, I don't know. I played I think it was called Experiment 3, like 3.6. What is it called? 3.6.3, I think.
I don't know. I remember playing the one on the PS1.
Yeah, I played the PS2 one. And yeah, it was good.
I don't think I played the PS2 one.
Yeah.
But that could be for the next podcast. If you want to come to podcast number 14, Manuel, you're definitely welcome if you want to come in. We'll be talking about Disney movies, and we could go into much details of why live action sucks, and none of them are even rewatchable. And if anybody listening in, good luck on trying to prove us wrong, because all of them suck. So good luck if you want to prove me wrong, or prove Manuel wrong, or prove my girlfriend wrong. Go ahead, because all of them suck.
I didn't watch them, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, they suck. They're not rewatchable. Do not watch them, babe. Do not. They're toxic.
I heard those they messed up Lion King.
They did. They also messed up Aladdin. I'm not even going. Yeah. You know how it was like Will Smith. You cannot do Robin Williams, but I'll give Will Smith the credit. But what tears that movie is that, remember the animated where there was a bad snake at the end, really big snake, where he transformed into a snake. In the live action, you know what he turned into? A freaking bird. A freaking bird over a snake. Get that off my screen.
Get
Get
out
that off my screen. We can talk about this more next podcast. I don't want to keep on going with this podcast since it's
Maybe
been a
that
little.
is a podcast on its own.
But I hope that y'all enjoyed this podcast number 13. We'll be back for podcast number 14 next week. If you want to come to our movie night, we'll be watching a movie. It's not a Pixar movie, but we'll be watching a movie. But next week we'll be definitely talking about more about Disney. Not mainly focused on their live action films, but also focusing on their classic films. I don't have a list for Disney movies, so don't even ask. I don't. There's too many animated Disney movies, and I'm not going to go through them. It's not ideal. But we're going to be talking about Disney movies next podcast. How do we feel about it? What do we think of it? Classic film or trash film or just opinions on them like we did with the Pixar. So I hope y'all enjoyed this one. And I will see you guys and girls either for the next podcast or for tonight. Whichever you want to come to. By the way, it starts at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight. So if anybody's listening, hopefully you'll be able to tune in. And these are free movies. You do not have to pay a cent. I have to pay for these movies because I own them. But for you, for free, on me. But yeah, I'll see y'all guys and girls next time.